Sup, y'all? Bring guys another video. Just bring guys a quick post-fight thoughts video of the Cruz versus Yuriorkis Gamboa. And yeah, it was a pretty entertaining fight. Fight lasted 5 rounds, with Cruz winning the fight by TKO, landing a big left and followed up with a big right that eventually dropped Gamboa for the how many times now? I honestly lost count during this fight. He got dropped multiple times in this fight, and referee stepped in to stop the fight in round number 5. Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing, and please hit that like button. It helps out the video. It helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, pretty much from the get-go, from round 1 to round 5, it was all Cruz hurting Gamboa in the first round, hurting him in the second, third, fourth, and fifth, which eventually led to the stoppage win for Cruz. And like I said, Gamboa got dropped multiple times throughout the whole entire fight. It was all Cruz in this fight, and that was expected going into it. I think most of us expected Cruz to win this fight. Gamboa is 40 years old. He's way out of his prime. He doesn't have the same legs. Doesn't have the same pop in his punches. He's been losing a lot of fights. Well, not a lot of fights, but he's been losing a lot lately. It's just like he's a guy that PBC has been putting in front. Not necessarily PBC, because he fought with Devin Haney, but he's a guy that the top people in boxing will pay because of his popularity and the following that he has, so that for the younger fighters to beat up on. And it's now it's kind of getting sad seeing Gamboa get hit multiple times like this. In my opinion, his dad needs to really convince him to retire, because it looks like his dad really wanted him to go out there and keep getting punished and punished. And I'm like, bro, let's stop the fight already. Your son clearly cannot win this fight. But Gamboa needs to retire. Basically, it's time for Gamboa to retire. But with this win, Cruz improves to 23-2, 1 draw, 16 wins coming by way of knockout TKO. He's called Pitbull for a reason, and he showed that in this fight. Went out there and was very aggressive. I think he needs to work on the jab a little bit more. I think the jab will really help him in future fights set up for bigger punches, because I felt like he was too eager here. He was throwing a lot of looping punches. I know he does that a lot, but I feel like he needs to work on his jab to set up those bigger punches for future fights. But it was still a very good win for Cruz. Even though, like I said, the reason why I think it's a very good win is because it was in the undercard of a big event. A lot of people witnessed it, and Cruz is back to winning ways, and he is a top lightweight. He is a top lightweight. Even though this, a win against a 40-year-old Gamboa doesn't really do much for him, at least it puts him back in the limelight and people talking about him, and people, thinking that he's the next big thing for the lightweight division. And looking at the lightweight division right now, the main man right now is George Kambosos Jr., who will be fighting Devin Haney. Crazy thing is, Devin Haney couldn't even hurt Gamboa, just goes to show how much power Devin Haney has, which honestly isn't much. But Cruz is up in the rankings. Before this fight, he was ranked number 4 by the WBO, number 9 by the IBF, number 4 by the WBC, and number 13 by the WBA. So he's up there in the rankings, and I'm sure he'll move up, as he gets those bigger fights. And I think he'll get those bigger fights. And he's also ranked number 6, by the way, by the Ring Magazine. I think with Pacquiao Promotions and PBC, I think they can get those big fights. Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia wants to fight Cruz. I think that's actually a perfect fight. But the only thing that's stopping from that fight from happening is the politics in boxing. Cruz and his team wants the fight to be on Showtime pay-per-view. Garcia wants it to be on the Zone. Garcia and his team. So, it's I hope they can get together and make that fight. That's all I'm hoping for. As for Yuriorkis Gamboa, I made it very clear already that it's time for Gamboa to retire. Honestly, this whole card, the whole undercard, is filled of fighters, younger fighters fighting older fighters who need to retire. And Gamboa needs to retire. For real, for real. I mean, 3 losses in a row now, losing to young, up-and-coming lightweights, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Cruz. Man, it's just crazy how Devin Haney couldn't knock him out. But then again, Gamboa's on survival mode. But still, Devin Haney just doesn't have that same pop, man. He really doesn't. Anyway, if you saw the fight, let me know what did you think. in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.